10 inmates escape in New Orleans jailbreak. I thought El Chapo would be the last one to ever break out of prison. Boy, was I wrong. I've been following this. They still haven't caught everybody. I thought everybody would be caught by now. I think a couple of them might not get caught.
Some charged with murder escaped, sparking an urgent citywide manhunt. Toilet dislodged from a cell wall, exposing an opening. Scrawled on the wall above, "We innocent and too easy."
They said too easy. Nah, they get caught. They go to solitary confinement the rest of their shit. They said "we innocent too easy."
Out of view of the officer on duty. Authorities say it happened just after midnight when the inmates broke a lock on a cell door.
They were still able to exit the jail about 1:01 a.m. after breaching a wall behind a toilet in the jail. And based on video surveillance, they were seen exiting a door on the docks where we normally bring in supplies, scaling a wall, and running across the interstate.
He hasn't got caught, and if I had to bet, out of all these people, he's probably the one that doesn't get caught, this dude right here. But that looked like some prison break shit.
Individuals inside of our department.
They say the toilet could not be removed with bare hands, suggesting someone inside the jail system may have helped the inmates unscrew it with a power tool.
Wow.
Investigating that to see exactly who entered these areas, what kind of work was done, if there was work being done, and if this is an inside job.
Jail officials first noticing the inmates were missing during a routine head count at 8:30 a.m. But that's more than 7 hours after they say the escapees were off prison property and on the run.
Wow.
One of the 10 escapees captured before noon found hiding beneath a car at a hotel in the French Quarter.
Why the fuck would you go to a hotel? You escape prison. The first place is like, damn, let me go where there's a fuck ton of cameras. With this day in tech. Yo, I'll be trying to get on the fastest bus, train, plane, helicopter. I don't fucking know. The first thing out the country, the first thing this idiot goes to is the hotel where there's cameras everywhere. They still got the tapes from Diddy in hotels from 10 years ago. You know how many cameras are in the hotel area? You can't do shit in around hotels. Now they got like face scanning technology. He deserved to get caught. He couldn't even go get a haircut. Corey, originally jailed for murder and threatening a public official, was captured Tuesday. He was one of the 10 inmates who tunneled out using broken locks in a wall breach behind the toilet. 5 are still at large. Rewards $20,000 per fugitive. Damn. They said Louisiana prison break inmate escapes for second. He escaped it. How you let a nigga escape twice?
5.
Yo, hold on. Louisiana prison break inmate escapes for the second time. I watch this.
5 of them remain on the run this morning, and there is some news of another escape now from a nearby jail. NBC's George Solis is in New Orleans with the very latest. George, good morning.
Yeah, Peter, good morning. The local sheriff from that jail sharing this video of inmate Trevon Johnson after he was recaptured overnight. There he is on your screen. He was arrested with the help of Louisiana State Police. He was only on the run for about a day. It was the inmate's second escape from that same jail in a year.
They about to rebuild that jail. That's... Damn.
Another brazen breakout, this time from a jail just outside.
Oh, so y'all see him right here in the corner?
New Orleans. Authorities say this video shows 22-year-old Trevon Johnson scaling a fence with a boost from another inmate, then making a run for it.
He took advantage of a vulnerable moment and seized it. It was a comedy of errors.
Johnson is facing homicide and other charges. The sheriff said he escaped after inmates flooded a cell with water and a back door was open.
My message to Mr. Trevon Johnson is that we will find you, and my best advice to you is to turn yourself in.
Meanwhile, 5 inmates are still on the loose after last week's jailbreak in New Orleans. Police announcing the arrest of 3 more people, 2 women and a man, authorities say helped some of the inmates after their escape.
We are continuing to try and track down anybody who has given material assistance to these individuals, and we're arresting them.
Louisiana Attorney General Liz Murrill says a network of family and friends may be helping the men avoid capture.
We've looked at those kinds of connections in connection with all of the people from the very beginning to try and trace down those people that they might reach out to and rely on for help.
Is this the thing that went viral? They're gambling on the... No way. Wait, the fat people gambling on that proves Nah, they really gambling on who does it. Yo, this is an unserious generation, bro.
Got a crazy story coming out in New Orleans, Louisiana. Now, by this time, everybody have heard about the prison inmate break or whatever like that. It was 11 individuals, and one of the individuals goes by the name of Derek Groves. Derek Groves is one of those individuals, let me say, he gonna pop your top. He ain't gonna play no games with you. You feel what I'm saying? And he was up in there for 4 years.
Yeah, so most of them looking like, I'm not coming out this bitch, so I might as well. Well, if you look at it from that perspective, you never coming home anyways. Might as well take your chances, you know. But you gotta also know where you're gonna go. You can't just escape and still, you know what I mean?
See, Derek Groves had a grandmother, and his grandmother made a complaint on one of the detectives named Davis, who was working for the New Orleans Police Department. This was back in the days. This police officer was hired by a drug dealer, last name Hardy. So Hardy and Davis set together a plan to knock off his grandmother, and that's what happened. So he's been caught up in a whole lot of stuff even before he even knew it.
Damn, that's crazy. Oh, so those walking, none of them been caught yet. So he ain't been caught. Yeah, I don't know. It might be long gone. He better go to a different country. Oh, they made a skit. Oh, weak. Oh, I bet this dude when I was in Miami. That's crazy. That's funny as hell.
You all right? Oh, let's take
Yeah, that's crazy.
You gotta separate. Go. I'm finna snitch on me. I'm slide, y'all boy. I'm finna go with you. Leave. I ain't gonna lie, I know where you can find them at. They at the gas station at Pump 7, and some of them might be in the store. I seen y'all cast buddy earlier too. I'm telling. No, fool, we gotta go. Fool. No, we gotta turn ourselves in. Ain't no going. You sure we need to turn ourselves in? Bro, it's 20,000. 20,000. But how we gonna get to 20,000? Bro, just turn ourselves in. All right, say less. I'm just gonna follow through what you say. They already called everybody, bro. All right, everybody, bro. Let's go. Yeah, he should be coming right now. We still get that at 40,000. Yeah, that's 40,000. Yeah, he should be coming.
Which one of your peoples will turn you in for 20K? Because that's what's going to happen. I took a look at every last one of their pictures, and it's only one guy that I think is going to.
That's what I said. He seemed like he knows what's up, and the backstory is crazy behind him. Yeah, I don't think he getting caught. I think out of everybody, he had it planned out.
Get away for good. Reason being, he looked like he got his shit together. And let's rewind for a minute. To the person that helped them get out of there, you're dumb. And I'm not saying he's dumb because he helped them get out. Because from what I know, he got pressed. I'm saying you're dumb because when you told on yourself, how is it possible that you will tell on yourself and then say, but yeah, they told me to do it, but I did it. Bro, you're about to get locked up. And to the ones that escaped, and you only had a little bit of time, like a bullshit charge, you wasn't doing life or no big number, you're dumb as well. And the reason they're dumb is because when they catch your ass and they give y'all that extra 7 years on top of your sentence, you're gonna say, damn, that 18 more months I had to do wasn't nothing. Anybody who been up top know that we thought about trying to get out. We thought about escaping. Didn't have the opportunity. Probably wouldn't have did it. Reason I wouldn't have did it because I know I ain't have $1 million waiting for me, $2 million waiting for me, $3 million waiting for me. You have to understand that once your money run dry, where you gonna go? You gonna stay in a hole, or you gonna go to the zoo and get in the tiger cage and stay with him? Reality of the fact is this: they gonna get caught. It's not about them getting caught. It's about when their resources run dry. When your resources run dry, you got an extra 7 years waiting for you, man. That's crazy, man.
Nah, he said when your resources. Nah, that's crazy. He said when your resources run dry. Damn, they said one of them only had 2 months left. Yeah. Oh, okay. They got another one. A friend of Sterling, a maintenance worker, charged with helping 10 men break out. So this is the guy who helped them. Congratulations. You just got yourself a jail sentence. How the hell you get manipulated to letting that many people?
All he do play games, and he is so, like, I'm not gonna say he green, but he is. He's a school head. He don't.
Nah, bro. He talk a girl says something like, all he does is play games. He's such a great guy. She's indirectly you call you a bitch ass. That's just some real shit. If a girl be saying, like, if a girl use certain terms like, oh, he be doing whatever, I'm not calling him a nerd. No, that's exactly what she calling you. Well, there's nothing wrong with that. But it's like you talking to a girl and, you know, right before she ghosts your stupid ass, be like, oh, you're just a great guy. I just don't think this will work out. That's indirectly calling you a bitch ass nigga. That's basically what she's calling this dude.
He graduated from Carver. He's not into.
He's like a nerd.
He's a nerd.
Yes.
Tell him that's gonna shake him. He will do whatever they tell him to do.
What I tell you, bro? I know what I be talking about. Indirectly calling dude a bitch ass nigga. She basically say he's a bitch. He's not on that. If you test him, he gonna fold pretty much. I told you, I know what I be talking about, bro. Hey, fellas, if a girl calls you a great guy in this day and age, take that as an insult. If a girl calls you a good guy in this day and age, take that shit as an insult. You be like, oh, he's such a great guy, but if you hear he's such a great guy, but at the end, that letter B-U-T, or that word, B-U-T at the end, take that as an insult. She calling you a bitch ass nigga. That's basically what she indirectly calling this dude.
Yo, now for those of y'all who don't know, this right here is 32-year-old Leo Tate. And Leo Tate was part of the New Orleans inmate escape. And he was one of the ones that had his girlfriend who was working in the jail help facilitate this, as well as 2 more other individuals.
This is a better picture. So, yeah, this is some prison break shit. So, pretty much, they moved this back, broke this shit open, cut through, and then, yeah, some El Chapo shit. I thought U.S. prisons were unescapable. Well, certain ones. Like, if you go to, this has to be a really low-end prison. I'm guessing if you go to some shit like ADX, if you get sentenced to ADX, you're not seeing the light of day. I don't care if you make it, you won't see the light of day ever. It's over. You better off dead at that point. I think I saw, because I remember when the El Chapo thing or something like that came out, I looked up the prison he went to. I was like, oh, hell no, that shit looks crazy. He said Louisiana has a 3-strike law. The third violent case gets a life sentence. He might have been licking at life. Oh, yeah, okay, that makes sense. Yeah, bro, this is why I'm a great citizen, man.
Understand how they took this out, but like I said before, these individuals have a lot of time, but they had to have help, because without the water being cut off, they would have never been able to make this possible, because of the water pressure alone would have killed the whole plant. But it's still 5 individuals at large. And this individual, Leo Tate, he didn't even have, how could I say, he probably had the lesser charges out of everybody of why he was in jail. Let me show you his charges.
Wait, charge simple burglary of an inhabitant, dwelling possession of firearm, illegal carrying of a weapon with control. Yeah, he's dumb. He should have just thugged it out. Now they're going to add an extra 10. They actually, because of how much, like, this is a bad look, they might get this dude 20.
This is probably 5 years at the most suspended sentence. You could get probation depending on how his record look. Now you got the governor involved, and the governor said he will not stand for this. So how much time you think he looking at now? How many more years? You got people helping him? It's going to be hard to track them down, bro. And when they finally do, they are not letting these dudes out their sights. Me personally, if you got certain charges, you should have some type of monitor on you while you in there, GPS monitor while you in there anyway. But that's just my thoughts. Y'all drop it down in the comments. Let me know how y'all feel.
Yeah, he grass, bro. He grass. Anyone who helped him grass. And now this is a big case. They're going to put like the top of the top on it. On Google is saying it's only 5 years for escape. Yeah, but I mean, it's a high profile case though. So like once it's high profile, it's going to be the worst 5 years of your life. They gonna make your shit miserable. You know how embarrassing this is? Like you was 10 people. Like I understand if it's like 1, 2, like El Chapo, because that's just the one. I don't follow this type of stuff. I just found this story crazy. If it's like 1, 2 people, cool. Like it's all right, bet. But 10, yeah, you gonna do some time, my boy. You was better off just finishing out that sentence. You go do some time. Let me know your thoughts on that in the comment section. I just found this crazy. Want to share it, but let me know your thoughts on that. And as always, it's your boy.